What is going on, lovely people of YouTube? Welcome to the new talent tree guide for NICO in Call of Dragons. Ever since the old update, the game developers have made so many changes in the game. In this episode, I'm going to show you 7 different talent trees that you can pick one from. Make sure that you subscribe for more content, turn on the bell notification, and never miss out. Let's get into it. NICO is a single target archer hero in Call of Dragons. If you ever want a hero for destroying Behemoths, NICO is your solution. NICO has the marksman, engineering, and the precision talent tree. We are going to have a bunch of different talent trees to work with. We're going to start the video by going over his rage skill to see what makes him so good. The rage skill is called the piercing shot. Deals physical skill damage to the target legion, damage factor 1400, and inflicts defense break, reducing that defense by 15% for 3 seconds. Now this is one hell of a good talent. We know that the archers can do a lot of damage in Call of Dragons, and having this 1400 damage factor is excellent. When we go to the second skill, it's called the expert mechanic. NICO becomes excellent in engineering and destroying barricades. Another good skill to have if you're fighting in the open field. Going over to the third skill, which is what makes NICO so awesome as well. All marksman units in NICO's Legion gain 10% attack and 4% defense. It can go all the way up to 20% attack and then 10% defense. Excellent skill for the awesome hero. High damage against Behemoth. The fourth skill, Grey Mars Crossbow. When casting rage skills, NICO's Legion gains onslaught and riposte, increasing normal attack and counter-attack damage dealt by 10% for 5 seconds. This effect can be triggered once every 7 seconds. The attributes can go all the way up to 20%, which is great. It makes NICO so awesome for destroying Behemoth and fighting in the open field. The awakening skill is called the Bull's Eye Barrage. When NICO's Legion launches a normal attack on a target Legion that already has defense break, they have an 80% chance to deal additional physical skill damage, damage factor 200. Now if you awaken this hero, you're gonna do so much damage to your enemy. Stay away from NICO if you're fighting against him one-on-one. He is going to crush you. Now let's go check out some talent tree variations that you can use for this awesome single target damaging archer hero. He is crazy for Behemoth destruction. You have to be kind of careful if you want to pick the best talent tree for NICO. If you are going to use your NICO for PvP fights, then you should go full marksman and then have precision. If you are going to use your NICO for single target damage or destroying Behemoth, go full precision and then have marksman. This is how you pick the direction you want to go. Now let's check out some talent trees. The first talent tree that we're going to check out is called the Marksman PvP. Basically, you go all the way in the marksman direction and then pick half from precision. Let's see the points that we have picked for this awesome talent tree. We're going to start off from the bottom as usual. Make sure you pick some points here that you want to go with. Make your way up. And now let's check the precision direction. We have attack over here. We have more attack. Over here we have counter attack. Now this counter attack is going to work well with the counter attack that we have here at the end. This is the main reason why you go the marksman direction if you want to destroy your enemies in PvP. When you fight in PvP, you are going to be counter attacking normal attack from all enemies. If you get swarmed, this counter attack is going to help you big time. Now when we go over to these last 2 talents, you have one option. Pick whichever one you think is good for you. In my case, I like to go with this one. One time 150 damage factor is great. This one happens over time. Sometimes when you fight your enemy, you have to run away. You will not get the full benefits of this one. However, with this one, it's just a one-time skill damage factor. You get it right away. Hit the enemy, run away, and then decide what to do next. Let us shift to the marksman direction and see all the talent points that we pick. Starting off from here, we have the attack. We're gonna grab more attack from here as well. We have to pick this rage skill amplification for NICO. NICO is a crazy rage skill hero. You need this. Over here, I decided to go with the shower of blows. Now you can pick this one as well if you want. I don't know how these two work, but I decided to go with this one for now. Moving on, we're gonna pick this one. You get some HP. I decided not to take this one because when you fight in open field, you don't only fight magic units. You fight other archers, you fight cavalry, you fight infantry. So you don't want to waste 5 points here on just a single troop type. Instead, we're gonna get some defense. Now when we get this point, we will have the chance to get this one as well. Increases rage accumulation speed by 5% when your legion's unit count is over 50%. This is gonna help you activate your rage skill a lot more often. We're gonna come up here and grab this counter attack. This is good for open field fights. If you get swarmed, this is gonna help you out. We go over to the last two skills. I recommend you go with the burst shot. You get a one-time rage skill damage factor. You can hit the enemy and run away. It's great for the open field. This is gonna be good for fighting Behemoth if you decide to go this direction. However, I like to go with this one. This one takes time. This one happens right away. The marksman talent tree is great for this counter attack that you have here and this rage regeneration. It's gonna help you out in destroying your enemy. If you are a new player in Call of Dragons and you don't know where to start, I would recommend you pick this talent tree. It is good. Actually, it is what I am using right now. As you can see here, I am using this talent tree. So if you don't know where to start, this is a good place to begin. The second talent tree is called the PvP speed. It's pretty much the same with the previous one, except we have added some speed to this talent tree. Now let me show you the areas where I made the changes. Now there is some speed over here. We decided to take this one. It's good for the open field. We also grabbed this speed over here. We also made some changes up here and took this speed as well. Now speed is very important in the open field. If you meet enemies that are stronger than you, you can easily run away and avoid yourself from getting killed. If you see a weak march running in front of you, you can easily catch up with them if you have a speed build. It's also another way to protect yourself. You will be the first one to start hitting your enemy, and when things go down south, you can run away and leave everybody behind. This is another good talent tree to use. The third talent tree on the list today is called Behemoth 1. This is a Behemoth talent tree going in the marksman direction. I made changes in two places. We're gonna check them out right now. When you fight Behemoth in the lair, you don't really need a lot of counter attack. Behemoth always hit you with a special attack. They hit you with a skill damage. You cannot counter attack the skill damage. Therefore, you don't need the counter attack. So let's go in the marksman direction. There is a counter attack over here called the last word. We're gonna switch this with this one over here called the radical. Reduces your legion's defense by 0.3%, but increases their damage dealt by 0.6%. Now when you fight Behemoth, you're always gonna have a tank. You don't need the defense. Behemoths don't usually hit you with a normal attack. They hit you with a rage skill. Behemoths also take out a certain percentage of your troop, regardless of whether you have T5. Therefore, if you pick this one, it's gonna be good for Behemoth. Unfortunately, in the precision direction, these two talents are not very compelling. Now this one, your legion takes 0.8% less normal attack damage. Most Behemoths don't hit you with a normal attack. And this one right here, your legion deals 1% less hero skill damage. This is a no-go. You want your NICO to do a lot of rage skill damage. So this is the talent tree for Behemoth in the marksman direction. It's the same as the previous one, but we made some changes. We can also go to the end here. You can either pick burst shot or you can go with this one. Either one is gonna work well for you. The next talent trees are gonna be from the precision direction. This is the first one that I have here. Precision PvP. If you are looking for single targets, I would suggest going the precision direction. Let's see what we have for this talent tree right here. Minimize it some more. Okay. As usual, pick the points that you want from here. Let us finish off with the marksman direction. I have already explained a lot of it. We have attack, rage skill, more rage skill. You can go with this one if you like. They will all work well. Moving over to the precision direction. We start off with the attack. We have more attack over here. And then we have this counter attack, which is great for the open field. You should definitely go with this one. Over here, you can pick the one-time skill damage factor, or you can go with the onslaught that does 8% for 5 seconds. This would be good for Behemoth. This would be good for PvP. One-time damage, you take off and you come back again. Over here, we have this cool under pressure. Your Legion deals 2% more normal attack damage when the unit count is over 50%. Another alternative is this one right here. In battle, your Legion mitigates 0.4% of the enemy defense. You can decide which one to take between these two. Once we are done with this section, now things get a little bit interesting over here. You're going to have to decide which direction you want to go, which is why I have different variations of this talent tree. So the first one we're going to check out is this two right here. If you pick this one, you won't be able to get this two. You will have no choice but to work with this one. Therefore, PvP 1 is going to be suppression, and then you're going to take dedication. For these last two talents, you should pick the one which you think will work best for you. Now this one will be okay for PvP because you can get the extra normal attack if you try to run away. Now this one is going to increase your attack by 0.5% every 10 seconds up to a maximum of 3%. So every 10 seconds you get 0.5% increase in attack damage. Will be great if you are fighting someone one-on-one and lasting for long. This one I think is okay for PvP. It's gonna be up to you. Pick whichever one works well for you from here. The next talent tree that we're gonna check out is called Precision PvP 2. It's pretty much the same as the previous one, except this time we made some small changes as well. Now where did we make the changes? We went over here. The previous one we picked these two. Now it's time to go for this one and then this one, because if you get 5 points from here, you can either get this or you can get this. And this one is kind of good. Now for the last two talents, again, pick the one you think is good for you. It's pretty much the same as the previous one. This is just the changes we made. Now let's check out the next one. PvP number 3, almost the same as the previous one. We also made minimal changes. Let's check it out. The changes were made over here at the bottom. The other ones, we had this one, then we had this one. Now PvP 3 is going to be this one and this one. And then for the last two, again, pick the one that you think is good for you. Everything else is pretty much the same as the previous one. Let me know down below which one of these talent trees you believe is going to be best for you. Now, let us check out some Behemoth talent tree in the PvP direction. This one right here is called Behemoth number 2. Let's see what makes it so good. Gonna minimize this and then talk about the points. Behemoth number 2. This time we decided to go with the middle one, and then at the end we went with this one over here, Mark of War. Increases the attack of your Legion by 0.5% every 10 seconds up to a maximum of 3%. This is gonna be the best for Behemoth fight, because when you fight Behemoth, the matches take very long time, and in a short amount of time you can get all the full benefits and use it throughout the Behemoth fight. This is what makes this talent tree so good for Behemoth. Now everything else is the same as the previous one. When we come over here, you can grab this if you like. Might be good for Behemoth. And here you have the Wild Wind, or you can go with the Invincible. Pick whichever one you think is going to be best for you. So this is Behemoth number 2. Let's check out the next one. The other one is Behemoth number 3. and this is what it looks like. It's pretty much the same as the previous one, except we made some minimal changes as well. Now, where did we make the changes? Over here. These last 2 points here. Pretty much everything is the same, except with this one, you're gonna go with this too. The previous one, we went with this one. I decided not to pick this too because you have this one right here, the healing. When you fight Behemoth, you just want to do damage. I don't know about this healing. You can use a healing stone to heal yourself. This is not necessary. Therefore, you can either go with this and this, or this and this. And these, ladies and gentlemen, are all the talent trees for NICO in Call of Dragons. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe for more content. Turn on the bell notification and never miss out. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.